It'll make my DPS a lot better. It's been pretty shit. But it is kind of fun one-shotting people behind walls. Mostly good for arenas, not so much RPGs.
Bad manners. Usually used for like people at the end of a competitive game where they're just, being cocky or bad mouthing, shit talking or whatever. Just bad manners.
Soulforge.
Soulforge Embers can be used by any of them. Yeah.
Mine. Soulforge best for hunters and Beastmaster, you know.
I got really discouraged with the grind of having more than one character. The Bestial Wrath one is pretty nice for single target.
That is true. I haven't tried it yet. I hate Torghast too much.
That's actually pretty fun for druids. Going in as a druid tank and being the highest DPS.
Yeah, I got out DPS in an RPG by a prop pal the other day. I wasn't doing too good, but still, they're pretty good.
we have anyone else that needs a summon? Looks like everyone's here. Alright, I've got 2 markers down for stack points. For the normal phase, when he turns to spit out the discs, we'll call it out, but we want everyone to stack on the orange marker first, right under where the boss's blood is right now. And if we have to move because of puddles, the other stack point will be back here at green. Line of sight the shriek, move out with echolocation, drop the puddles away from the pillars, and stay hidden during the intermission. Try not to get hit. And when we call out to stack, try to make sure that every person in the raid except the 2 tanks is stacked on that marker, just briefly until the boss turns and starts spitting out the discs. Then everybody, you can move freely after that, just move away from them, dodge them as best as you can. If we get everyone stacked tightly, they'll go towards the front of the room or the back of the room, away from the pillars and the raid, which will make it easier to dodge. Anyone have any questions? Dogs, you don't get a treat if you make a red puddle on the ground.
Oh. Seems more like a not do a trick for a treat thing.
For echolocation and dropping it near the edge of the room. If you get hit by a disc or the shriek, no treat for you.
Yeah, well,
Bad dog.
we'll see. Yeah, buddy.
We're all set. Cauldron up, then there was food up.
I'm out of range.
You're up.
Three, two, one.
Back point,
Out with you go.
out with the markers on your head.
Beware.
Alright, now you can move.
3, 2, 1.
Everybody hide.
Three, two, one.
Backed up again.
Beware.
Now you can move.
3, 2, 1.
Shriek in 5. This time stay hidden. Hide. Stay hidden. DPS doesn't matter now. Stay alive. Keep the puddles to a minimum.
3, 2, 1.
Beware.
Oh, it gets you hit with that thing.
You still have to be careful. It's not a get out of jail free card.
Oh, I never used it.
A lot of moving around, way too much, guys.
That was like 5. We hit like 5.
Yeah, I didn't think if you took that portal you'd get hit by it.
1.
Was I wrong?
Get to the orange for the stack point.
Beware.
There it is. Now you can move.
3, 2, 1.
Line of sight.
Three, 2, 1.
Get to the stack point again.
Beware.
And you can move.
3, 2, 1.
Line of sight. Stay hidden.
3, 2, 1.
Beware.
Oh, what the hell? Hit that portal by accident.
It's pretty funny watching you bounce around over there.
Don't take that. Come on, guys. It's not that hard.
So many discs. Like everybody's getting hit by these things.
3, 2, 1.
Now imagine trying to dodge them when you can't see them.
That's mythic. It's just very complicated.
Beware.
You can get a debuff to see it, basically. But the debuff does shadow damage to you while you're walking around. And so you back it, you kind of have to dip in and dip out of the circle except for one person who takes the entire damage.
Add-on for everybody that got hit by a disc. X practice. It lets you do a little simulation where you move your character and you just hide behind pillars and dodge discs. Get it. Play with it. Get better at that.
I would like to second that because I got it last week after raid and I didn't get hit by a single disc today.
Fuck yeah. Good job, Kisa.
That's exactly what we're talking about.
You put discs down on the ground, big puddles when somebody steps in them for you on there.
It doesn't do puddles, but it does spawn little mistake ghosts, so you can dodge the mistake ghosts at least.
I'm sure it's still at least one way or another tells you fucked up.
Yep, you have to restart every time something hits you.
I need a target.
Remember, we gotta get close.
You won't be able to cast if you're way back there. Getting close.
I also got hit by that shriek mid-gate, which I thought was pretty interesting. Like in the midst of going.
It doesn't like
It doesn't give you.
teleport you instantly. It's like a movement speed buff. It gets you there faster, but it doesn't instant teleport you, so you're not safe from anything that could hit you along the way. Like if you were to sprint to another pillar, if you don't make it before the cast finishes, you're still gonna get hit. You're not like immune or invisible while you're traveling. You're still free reign to get hit.
No invincibility while you're traveling. There's no safety. It doesn't really save you from anything. It's just a quick way to move. You still have to watch out for what you're moving through or getting hit by while you're moving.
Well, there are some things that get cheesed by it, but yeah.
Things, yeah. We have a mob evading here.
For mob.
Inventory is full. I can't carry anymore.
It happened last week in the other raid too. Kept us in combat all night.
Well, if nothing else, everybody try stand close to it. Like stand right in melee on. See if it'll.
I tried to do the knot back on it and it wouldn't.
Yeah, I tried to fear it, it wouldn't move either.
If we are running out, can I get a summon? Because I could change a talent.
Sure.
Thank you.
I need to get closer.
Get a cloak from the first boss if anybody wants to roll for it.
You be Volant. You a builder or a breaker? When you get eight, then fancy
Don't go back in till everyone's outside.
Can someone pop a transmog mount? you know, priorities and all.
The master surveyed his kingdom and found it lacking. His judgment was swift and without mercy. Death to all.
Well, I'm getting murdered.
Alright, you
I
can go
made
back in.
it outside.
War mode.
I had war mode on.
I need to target something first.
The antechamber is ours! But I suspect Nathrius has retreated.
I'm in here, but I don't see you guys.
There is a passage beyond the kennels that leads down into the castle's underpinnings. From there, we can reach the anima stores and
That's
stem the flow
interesting.
into the maw.
If we are to have any chance against Nathrius,
It's good. We have more
we
chance
must
for the
deprive
BOE.
him of his most prized possessions. I know the
Not
path
exactly a bad way to look at it.
to reach them.
Ah, there you guys are.
Your flesh shall decay before your very eyes.
Alright.
Choke on your suffering.
Hacks. I'm not getting hit by the traps on this table.
I got melee. I got melee very big.
As a counterpoint, that might be why they evaded last time.
Table.
If someone is standing on the table and they try to walk over and melee them, they might evade because they can't reach them.
The kennels house the master's hunting pack. He keeps the
Come in, Billy. I got a present for you.
Put an end to the Hound Master's cruelty, so we can advance to the lower levels of the castle.
can smell your fear. Margot, to me.
Looks like Billy needs a minute, so if you need a quick pee break, go now.
Dang, I got hit by a shriek once.
A lot of people got hit by the discs and the shriek, and unfortunately, once a couple people start getting hit, it increases the likelihood of other people getting hit because there's less safe place to stand.
Yeah, that's why I ended up getting hit by it because I was trying to get out of that. I don't know how much damage it does when that thing descends on the disc.
Yeah, when it descends, it does a solid chunk of damage. You don't want to be standing there. But if it's a choice between that and the shriek, I would probably get hit by that over the shriek.
If your options are get hit by that thing coming down or create another puddle because you got hit by something else, just get hit by that thing coming down.
Yeah, because the shriek cast makes a puddle, and if you get hit by the disc, you're stunned for 4 seconds and it makes a puddle. So taking extra damage isn't good, but it's better than the alternative of making another puddle.
Hey, give it to unemployed. He'll use it more now.
Okay.
Thank you.
Problem. Just making sure everybody's back. Trigger open trade. I got a flask for you.
I'm here.
You've got one? Okay.
Hail to the night!
Alright, so remember, first bear, red circle, share it with about 4 people. You don't want too many more than that in there, but you don't want to be alone unless you have an immunity. And if you're going to use an immunity for it, call it out so other people don't run in your circle to help soak.
Turtle, bop, ice block, and bubble. Nope. I don't believe you can dodge it, and I don't believe that you can. And it's 100% physical damage.
What was the last part? That shadow damage, like the dot it leaves.
I thought the shadow damage was a bleed.
I'm
Yeah, I
not
think
sure.
it's a bleed, but I'm not sure.
Faint might reduce some of it. I mean, if you're targeted by it, you might as well try it.
The spread shot is shadow damage. So when I think the dot from spread shot maybe that, or from Sin Seeker, I should say.
Additional shadow damage every 2 seconds for 30 seconds.
Yeah, so Sin Seeker, the arrows is shadow, but the big circle is the big circle is 100% bleed.
Alright, so about 4 people in the red circle. Don't run away with it unless you have an immunity. Warn people if you're going to do that. If you get the red arrows, spread out a little bit, but don't move too much. Just have them not stacked on each other. You don't want to hit other people with the arrows. Just stand still, let people move. Second one, I'm going to pull them over into the corner where the circle is. When the shades come out, I need CC on the shades. Nobody should be attacking the bear in the corner or the shades that get CC'd until we call to switch and kill them. Third one, brown circle, means drop it at the edge of the room away from the raid. And that's about it. That's all you gotta worry about. Don't break the CC, kill the shades when we call out to swap, and you can basically stay on the huntsman the whole time. Multi-daughters can dot the bears, but the one that's over in the corner, just don't even bother going over to attack that one. You can dot it safely, but I don't want to see pets and anybody actually over there attacking it. Grab our flask.
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1.
The hunt begins. I have enough bows for everyone. Margot, make them bleed.
3 or 4 people in that.
Don't run away with that.
Yep, he's gonna pop.
This boat has your name on it. Nothing escapes my sights. Margot, make them bleed.
I'm out of range.
I have enough bows for everyone. Margot, make them bleed. Your death will not be
Nice.
Turtle.
Oh, it died first. But good initiative.
I have enough bows for everyone.
Wing shade coming out.
Target! Rend their souls.
Shade's coming up.
This boat has your name on it. Nothing escapes.
Shade coming out again. Billy turned me into a bear, so it's hard to miss.
Have enough boat
Swap and kill the moon.
for everyone.
And then kill the other one. Don't let it cast. Shade out again.
Barghast.
CC his shades.
This boat has your name on it. Nothing escapes my sight. Acutus, here, now. Nothing escapes my sight.
Swap and kill the one at the back. The one that's frost trapped and paralyzed. Out with the circle. Don't let those casts go off. Looks like the DPS is split.
This boat has your name. Acutus, Shutterbones.
Get those circles out.
Oh, with the circle out. This
Have enough boats for everyone. Acutus, Shutterbones. Have enough boats for everyone. This boat has your name on it. Acutus, Shutterbones.
You gotta spread just enough that you're not hitting the other people that also have those arrows, but stop dancing when you once you get spread out a little bit so other people can get out of it.
My pets will enjoy
Because we had probably about 6 people get hit when there should only be 3.
No! This boat has your name on it. This... You are the Alpha now.
Congrats on the weapon.
Hunter, Mage, Druid,
End to that wretch.
weapon up for roll.
The passage is down here.
Anybody?
The way ahead will be fraught with
What is it?
but we must
It's a
reach
weapon.
those
It's a
animal
213 weapon for Hunter, Mage, or
Oh,
Druid.
sorry. Sorry, I have it already.
And then a leather belt up for roll. Crit versatility.
I thought Danny was here.
Alright, give the weapon to Eravir and the belt to Catbat.
Oh, there she is. She's below you.
get out of the tunnel so they can't evade.
Here, the largest of its kind I have seen.
The beast seeks to sate its endless hunger upon the stores of animal below. Dispatch this creature, before it grows even stronger.
Coming close.
Sure got quiet.
Group 2 and 3 are going to stack on the star. Group 4 and 5 are going to stack on the circle. This is just a rough starting position. If we end up with 3 white swirlies on one side, someone take the initiative to move to the other side. Try to get 2 on each. Now, if a melee gets the circle, obviously they're going to be really close in that stack point. But if a ranged is in that circle, you can stand back from the stack point a little bit, like directly behind them, so that your white swirly is not hitting everyone in the stack point. There's going to be one stack point, but if it's got 2 circles, you want a few people in each of the circles. You don't want everyone in all of the circles. That will make healing a little bit easier. But everyone's basically going to be stacked near those markers. Melee will be right on the markers, and ranged can be just behind them directly a little bit. When you get picked for the beam, you can go towards the Warlock gate, and where that X is, and where the X is now. Those 3 spots are open for people to get the beams. And there's also a spot on the other side between the stack point and where the tanks will be standing, where you can also point the beams if you end up with 2 or 3 on the same side and don't have a safe place to go. Really important you don't hit the group with the beams. And when we're spreading out for expunge, I want everybody to go as far as they can out of the middle of the room. We want to keep this corridor between the Warlock gates clear of the balls, and those stack points need to be clear of those balls. So everywhere out, like if you can get all the way to the edge of the room, great. Obviously don't stand in other people's circles, but get them all the way out to the side as best you can, because if you drop the spread out for expunge, you drop the ball, you don't even have to pop the ball. You can just leave it there if it's out of the way. If the ones that end up closer, for whatever reason, you can't quite get far enough, fast enough, people with immunities or big damage reduction cooldowns can eat a couple, but ideally we don't want any in the center corridor of this room. So get those out to the side as best you can. When he does consume, we're all running to the X. We're going to stack up here. And Lynn, can you Spirit Link the first one? I don't know if it'll be back by the time he does the third one, but if it is, you could do it first and third. And when he does consume, we all run back to this point. When we're running back in towards the boss, just stay in the center here until he does the beam cast. People that get the beams go out to the sides, so the beams go off on either side. And then once the beams go off, we regroup in our stack points. So don't rush too quickly to get back over the stack points. Just wait for that first beam cast so you don't get caught by the beam trying to get back in position.
But don't hang out way back here by the other end of the gateway either.
Got it. And for expunge, if your health is low, your circle's going to be bigger around you. So if you have the ability to toss yourself a heal or use a Warlock cookie, at that point you can do those things and it'll shrink the circle, which leaves more space for people to stand. If you're really low health, your circle will be really big. So if you have a way to make it smaller, definitely do it. Alright, here we go.
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1, 3, 2, 1.
And burn! I am a conduit of the Nightworld's glorious power. I am Nightborn.
3, 2, 1.
Get the balls out. And then regroup.
It's too far away.
3, 2, 1.
Here, get in the group.
You want a few people